Hello everyone, I'm Professor Lee of Dr. Anti-Aging and Herbal Medicine TV. Today is the last lecture on telomeres. We'll study herbal teas, natural product, and pills that have been proven to extend telomeres. And the next lecture is about removing senescent cells that spread aging. Removing senescent cells is the latest anti-aging treatment, so don't miss it. Let's get started. Herbs that have been proven to extend the telomeres are astragalus, ginseng, green tea, ashwagandha, Amna raceana, Centella asiatica, and rhodiola. Of these medicinal plants, astragalus has been studied the most for its important role in telomerase activation. Of course, other herbs are all good herbs as well. For example, if you want to manage telomeres in case of chronic stress, rhodiola or ashwagandha are more suitable than astragalus. However, from the perspective of telomeres alone, astragalus is the best. So I'll briefly explain the other herbs first and then explain astragalus in detail. Ginseng is well known as a medicinal plant that helps boost immunity and recover from fatigue, and it's also good for telomere health. In one small clinical study, people who took ginseng tend to maintain telomere length by an average of 5% better than the control group. Green tea is a medicinal plant recommended in the DNA damage repair lecture. Telomere activation effect was also confirmed in human peripheral blood mononuclear cells. Ashwagandha is a medicinal plant used in Ayurveda, a traditional Indian medicine, has recently been drawing attention for its positive effect on telomere health. Ashwagandha can reduce oxidative stress by lowering the stress hormone cortisol, thereby slowing down telomere shortening. One animal study confirmed that ashwagandha affects telomerase activity and has the effect of maintaining telomere length. Clinical studies are still in the early stage, so further research is needed. Amalaki raceana is an herb made from fruit of a medicinal plant used in Ayurveda, a traditional Indian medicine. When administered to healthy adults aged 45 to 60 for 45 days, it was reported that telomerase activity increased in peripheral blood mononuclear cells. Centella asiatica is a traditional medicinal plant known for its wound healing and neuroprotective properties. Although there are no clinical studies yet, studies have shown that Centella asiatica extract have the effect of preventing telomere shortening and promoting telomerase activity. In several studies, the effect of preventing telomere shortening was approximately 50%. In a fruit fly model, it increased the average survival time by approximately 12 to 24%. It's a plant worth continuing to study in the future. Rhodiola rosea is a medicinal plant that increases stress resistance and may have a positive effect on telomere protection. Although there are no clinical studies yet, animal studies have shown that it reduces oxidative stress and increases telomerase activity. Now, I'd like to introduce you to astragalus. Based on clinical research results, astragalus is currently the best herb to expect for extending telomeres. One of the teas that I drink regularly is astragalus tea. Astragalus, a member of legume family, has more than 200 compounds identified, including various saponins, flavonoid, polysaccharide, amino acid, trace element, and other compounds. It is particularly rich in saponins. The saponins contained in the astragalus root are called astragalus saponins, and the main component with anti-aging effect are astragaloside 1, 2, 3, 4, and cycloastragenol. These two anti-aging components are contained in 0.5 to 3.5 mg per gram of astragalus root and are particularly abundant in astragalus root aged for more than 10 years. Among the types of astragalus saponins, the saponins that has been reported to have a telomere extension effect is cycloastragenol. This ingredient has been confirmed to have the effect of maintaining or extending the length of telomeres by activating telomerase. There is also a clinical study that reported that people who took astragalus extract had an average of 8% longer telomere length than the control group. In addition, a 2024 clinical studies that took astragalus extract for 6 months confirmed telomerase activation. In addition, This effect can especially help regenerate immune cells and contribute to slowing down cell aging. Astragalus is best consumed as tea. Since it is for medicinal purposes, you should use roots that are at least 3 years old. In the photo, the one above is a 4-year-old root and the one below is a 10-year-old root. The older it is, the better in terms of flavor and medicinal properties. You will probably be surprised to know what kind of effect you will get if you drink astragalus tea regularly. First of all, in traditional medicine, astragalus is the first herb to be considered in relation to longevity, and it is used for fatigue, stress relief, immune enhancement, cardiovascular, digestive, and kidney health. And all of these traditional medical use has been proven in modern medicine. I'll tell you about the effect of astragalus that have been proven in clinical studies, so please take a good look at it to see if you have any health problems among its many effects. First of all, since it has the effect of extending telomere length by telomerase activity, it can be said to have the effect of delaying cell aging. In particular, since it delays the aging of immune cells, it naturally has excellent immune cell activation effect such as NK cell and T cells. Since it reduces cell aging, it also improves aging-related disease. In clinical studies targeting patients with cardiovascular disease such as heart failure and angina, chronic kidney disease such as diabetic nephropathy, chronic lung disease such as lung damage and respiratory failure and asthma, and diabetes, its improvement effects were all proven. It also improved the side effect of anti-cancer drugs, has anti-cancer effect, and improved chronic fatigue and sleep. Astragalus not only activates the immune function, but also has the effect of regulating the sensitive immune response. Therefore, it also improves autoimmune disease and allergic disease. It is a truly amazing herb. Here are the recommended dosage and direction for use. In addition to cycloastragenol, which has been proven to be a telomerase activator, astragaloside 4, another telomerase activator, is also contained in astragalus root. Add 20 to 30 grams to 1 liter of water and boil for about 2 hours. Drink 2 to 3 cups a day like tea. It's recommended to use astragalus root that are 3 years old and older. Start with a small amount of 20 grams and increase the amount according to the reaction. It's better to take it under the guidance of a specialist. Astragalus has almost no side effect, even when taken for a long time, but if you have an allergic reaction, you should stop taking it immediately and be at a hospital if it gets worse. If you have gastrointestinal discomfort, stop for a few days and start again in a small amount. Astragalus is a herb that also has an immunomodulatory effect, but it can strongly stimulate the immune system, so patients with autoimmune disease should consult their primary care physician. From now on, I'll introduce pills that can be taken in capsule or tablet form that have been confirmed to have a telomere extension effect in animal experiment or clinical studies. They are not all prescription drugs, but are supplements made of natural ingredients, so you can buy them without a prescription. You can find this product by searching the internet. Representative pills are cycloastragenol, TA65, epigallocatechin gallate, L-carnosine, resveratrol, and quercetin. And among these, the most important pills are cycloastragenol and TA65. First, epigallocatechin gallate, a well-known major component of green tea, can contribute to maintaining telomere length through its powerful antioxidant role. In one study, telomerase activity in peripheral blood mononuclear cells increased, and telomere length decreased by an average of 15% less in the group that consumed it regularly for 6 months compared to the control group. Next is L-carnosine. Many of you may be hearing about it for the first time. This substance is made from amino acid in our body, and is a substance synthesized in the body from 2 amino acids called alanine and histidine. It's mainly concentrated in muscle and brain tissue and performs various physiological functions. In particular, It has strong antioxidant and anti-aging effect, and is a substance that has been clinically studied. There are 14 clinical studies on aging-related disease, and it's been confirmed to improve diabetes, improve neurodegenerative disease such as Alzheimer's disease, improve muscle contractility and reduce fatigue, and improve cardiac contractility and function. The reason L-carnosine has such an effect on improving age-related disease is related to its telomere and DNA protection. However, research on its telomere extension effect in humans is still limited. Resveratrol is a natural substance found in grape skins and is widely known to activate longevity gene called SIRT1. In animal studies, it's been shown to maintain telomere length and delay aging. Although clinical studies are still limited, they suggest that resveratrol may play a positive role in maintaining telomere health. I'll explain more in detail in the longevity gene lecture later. Quercetin is a flavonoid found in many plants, including onions and apples, and has excellent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effect. Quercetin is known to prevent telomere shortening and reduce cellular stress. It's been confirmed that it can increase telomerase activity in aged human cells and contribute to maintaining telomere length. However, clinical studies are still in progress, so further research is needed. Finally, TA65, the most famous telomerase activator, is a capsule made from natural ingredient called cycloestragenol, extract from astragalus root. It's the only product with multiple clinical studies, and it's an expensive product that many people take as a longevity supplement. Cycloestragenol is a type of astragalus saponin, and it directly activates telomerase, contributing to maintaining and extending the length of telomeres. In a controlled clinical study conducted on 40 middle-aged and elderly people, the telomere length of the immune cell of those who took TA65 for 12 months was longer by an average of 8%, and the effect of enhancing immune cell regeneration and suppressing telomere shortening were observed. There are no side effects such as cancer occurrence. In another study, TA65 showed the effect of extending the telomere length of immune cells by an average of 5% in a short period of 6 months, and it also had a positive effect on fatigue recovery and improving immune function. In 2023, 90 patients with myocardial infarction aged 65 or older were administered 16 mg daily for 1 year, and compared to the control group, immune cells such as T cells and NK cells increased. Inflammation indicators also decreased significantly, and there are no cases of serious side effects. Of course, more clinical research is still needed, but it appears worth trying under the guidance of a specialist. The recommended daily dose is 10 to 15 mg. When used for purpose of preventing aging in young people, 1 capsule per day is recommended, 2 capsules for the purpose of protecting telomeres in middle-aged and elderly people, and 4 capsules per day is recommended for immunocompromised people or the elderly. It's recommended to start with a low dose and increase the dose while observing the body's reaction. It's recommended to use it continuously, but it's recommended to take a break of about 1 month after taking it for 3 months, and it's best to take it while periodically measuring telomere length under the guidance of an aging specialist. Side effects and precautions. Side effects are very rare. However, if you experience stomach upset, headache, or fatigue, stop taking it and start again with a small amount. One thing to keep in mind is that the effect of activating telomerase can also affect cancer cells, so if you have a history of cancer or undergoing cancer treatment, you should definitely consult your doctor before taking it. It's better to avoid it when pregnant or breastfeeding. Those taking immunosuppressant, anti-cancer drugs, or anticoagulant should also consult your doctor. What we are looking at now is a TA65. TA65 is a product name made by the American company TA Science, which is made from the ingredient cycloestragenol. We do not introduce specific product in this lecture, but we are showing you the product as an exception because it's such a unique product in terms of telomerase activation. There are also products made from cycloastragenol from Stragalose root in Korea. It's a product made by AEM Bio in Korea by extracting from 10 to 14-year-old Stragalose root, and it's a highly refined product with a purity of 99.98%, so it can be injected intravenously, so it has better quality than foreign cycloastragenol. The recommended amount is 1 bottle, 10 cc every 2 days in a liquid form, and the side effects and precautions are the same as TA65. If we manage our telomere length well, can we live longer and healthier? This is an important question that many scientists are currently studying, and the result of current research continue to report that protecting and maintaining telomeres is an important factor in healthy life and can actually have a positive effect on the aging process. Telomere maintenance and extension are major mechanisms related to aging delay and are key to the development of anti-aging treatment. Therefore, aging treatment strategy through telomerase activation are likely to become one of the important aging-related treatment in the coming years. It seems that it will be possible to measure the change in telomere length of an individual and to use various telomerase activators and other telomere treatment. This concludes the 5-part telomere aging treatment lecture. Thank you all for your hard work. Among the things we have studied so far, I hope you try the lifestyle habit of sleep, exercise, stress management, food, and green tea and Stragalose tea in the DNA damage and telomere shortening management method. Next time, we'll talk about removing senescent cells that infect aging. I'll see you again in good health.